Morning. Alright, great, lovely, so am I. It is 7:43. My first drop, my sat nav says 16 minutes away, but however, I can halve that because I don't have to go the long way, because the road I want is a 7.5 ton limit and this is taking me around it. But anyway, bye. I'd have to set off about another 10 minutes. So, a few people have been asking how you check your lights, your brake lights on the wagon. Well, obviously you can't see it. On a DAF Euro 6, I think Euro 5 and above actually, it might be Euro 6, I can't remember, but you have this button on the fob, the bottom button there, which is a picture of a light bulb with a tick next to it. So you just hold that button down and then you stand at the front, stand at the back, and it cycles your lights. I'll show you now. So I parked here in this lay-by, don't know where it is, it's somewhere near Kettering. Anyway, so you got the key fob and you hold the button down, and as you see, cycling the headlights, side lights, indicators, and you notice the side lights are on the top as well. Side indicator, side markers, and then it puts your marker lights on the top up there, and there you go. That's the brake lights that are on now, the ones next to the indicator, the brake lights, so you know they're all working. And then the two inner ones there, fog lights, and that's it. Hey, it'll just stop itself, or you can press the unlock button, and then you can go down the other side and see the other lights are all good. So I'm about to do a daily check on this. I might as well start here. So the first thing I normally do is fall over. I just pull this little ring here, and it tests the low valve on the tank. That works. There's another 2 tanks on the other side which I can't really get to be honest. Well, I can do, but I'm not going in the mud for it. So I've got the air all the way up to make the cab level, so I wasn't falling backwards. So it's a good chance to check the inner tread on the other tyre. And you can also see airbag at the front there, which is good, and you can see the airbags at the back here. And also normally when I'm on this side, I check the other rear tyre to see if it looks flat, and it doesn't. It looks okay on there. I'm also looking for anything hanging down, anything that looks like it's worn away or shouldn't be there, or loose or anything like that. It's just a visual check to make sure everything looks okay, because if something looks wrong then you can probably rectify it or get it fixed. I also check the length of the curtain to see if it's been slashed, and it hasn't. Check the underrun bars, nice and secure, and you can see there's two more tanks there with a ring pull on it. You just pull them, but I'm not getting in the mud. It's not necessary to do that every day. And then you check your prop shafts. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 on this wagon. Just checking the joints there, and where the bracket is, it's got a rubber seal around it, or it's got something round it. Every now and again, not all the time, but every now and again I've seen on other wagons the rubber has perished and it's kind of twisted and stuff, so that needs to be sorted out before it causes any major damage. All looking well at this end at the moment. That looks all good. I've not got my gloves on, my hands are getting filthy now. That one looks good there. I'm looking at the back of the tank, fuel tank on the other side, that looks alright. Add blue tank. I'm also looking on the floor for anything dripping as well, unless it's raining, in which case, Add blue tank, that looks alright. No wires. That's exhaust cover. Moving on to the front, check the mud flap. I didn't kick the one at the back, to be honest. I normally do. Make sure it's secured, watch for nettles. Check the tyre. I know this one's fairly new anyway, so they know the tread depth's fine. Just looking for damages around the rim really. and around the edge of the tyre, nothing really bad there, nothing at all to be honest. Then I'm also looking underneath the arch there for anything hanging down loose, or anything that looks like it shouldn't be there. Checking the state of the exhaust there, it all looks good. Back of the cab, all looks good there. Cab suspension, air intake there which goes up on the other side, and yeah, all looks good. Mirrors, sweet, dirty though. If you get a vehicle that you've never driven before, you want to start checking for damages as well. This is what happened the other day. I hit a plastic bin, which was a grip bin, so it's fairly heavy. No damage to the bumper. This plastic's a bit flimsy anyway, to be honest, but if it needs to be, I'll buy a new one. If you want to clean your windscreen, by the way, and you've got one of these, it has handy little steps. 1, 2, 3, handle, handle. So you can then climb up. I can't really do this with one hand, but climb up, and then you can get up here, clean that mirror. And now I haven't got a rag with me, but I'll go and do this in a minute. To check the oil, the handle's there, pull down. And there it is, dipsticks there. The last one I had used to have electronic dipstick, didn't need to do it, just stay that pollen filter. I'm going to get that replaced. It's done about 20,000 miles now, that. And then basically the same again on this side. One thing you also want to check as well is your step. Make sure it's secure. If that's not secure, it's a health and safety issue. You can get done for that. And then same again on this side. Checking for any damages or anything that looks like it's hanging down or loose. Mudguard's still attached. And if you see this here, the corner there, this one was replaced, and they replaced it too low. So it's, every time you go around the corner, this here touches the floor. Not every time, but if you're fully loaded, that there will touch the floor. That's why it's. So that's mounted too low, but it's okay. Tyre wall looks good. Rim looks good. And there's brand new tyre this anyway. I know the tread is fine on it. Cab tilt mechanism, which I bent with a railway line track. See the damage I did there. Slowly hit it, knocked this off, hit into that, but by the time I hit into that, I heard it and slammed the brakes on. It bent this bar here, which had been bent back slightly, but it's fine. So you go into the battery box, secure. Fuel cap's on. Why is that there? Why is an empty packet of cigarettes on my fuel tank? What's all that about? Anyway, no leakages. Straps look good. Fuel filter looks okay, no problems there. Nothing hanging down really. Same again on this, underrun bars. Checking for curtain slashers. Clean that reflector. Same again on this side. Checking the tyre tread depth, making sure nothing's hanging down. Airbag okay. Airbag looks good. Edge of this tyre looks fine. Wheel looks fine. Mudguard's attached. This is broke. I need new clips. And then check everything looks good. And just to show you how high it is whilst the air is up. That's the height of the bed. Normally it's about that high there. But all that looks good. Not much on really to do. if you've got one of these, there's supposed to be a spring. There's supposed to be a spring on there. This came off the first day I had it, so I just shoved it in that pocket where that cutter is. Doesn't make any difference. In fact, it makes it easy to close. So when you close these, click, and then check up there, because sometimes, I don't know if I can do it. There you go. There you go, it's locked. Look at the top latch, it's not in. It will bend the door eventually, that. Sorted now. So I don't know why there was a packet of cigarettes on the thingamajig, fuel tank. What there was. Stay there, nettles. Nasty things. Oh. Bit of rubbish here, as we'll get rid of it. So that's basically a daily check. I'm going to go and check the oil level. I mean, it's not that level at the moment where I'm parked, I'm on a hill, but I'm going to have a look at it anyway. So that's it. I mean, I know I've had comments before in the past when I've done a daily check saying, oh, is that all you do? It's not much, you have to do much more in the States and all that stuff. So that's all that's required of us. We're not mechanics. We're just looking for anything wrong. You can check the wheel nuts if you want. I've got plastic covers on mine, but you can take a hammer or a spanner or something. You can tap the nuts. If one sounds different from the rest, then it's probably a bit loose. And you have to get someone out and tighten it up. I have to wash my hands now. So yeah, that's a bit of a daily check for you. So anyway, off to the first drop.